I'm gonna show you 4 vibe coding mistakes that destroyed weeks of my progress so that you can skip straight to building software using AI. Now, if you haven't heard of the term vibe coding, it's when people with zero coding background, like myself, use tools like Cursor or Bolt to build software. These tools are amazing, but not perfect. So here are 4 mistakes that most people make that are likely costing you a ton of time and effort. The first mistake is trying to build your entire project with one AI coding platform. I spent weeks working hard with Cursor trying to get my UI to look decent when I should have been working smarter. Here's what I discovered. Different tools are built for different jobs. Cursor excels at complex back-end logic, but really struggles when it comes to beautiful front-end design. Apps like Bolt or Lovable, on the other hand, are amazing at building clean front ends, but hit walls when it comes to complex functionality. The solution? Use a hybrid approach where you build out the front end of your project first in a platform like Bolt, and then you move to Cursor to handle the more intricate parts of your backend. And here's the key, always start with the front end first. I made the mistake of building my backend code to my project in Cursor and then trying to take that code and build the front end in Bolt after the fact, and it was a complete nightmare. A good example is it's like setting up an entertainment system in your home. You've got your TV, your speaker, your gaming console. You put that all in place first, and then you do your cable management. It's the same thing with building. Get your UI looking perfect first, and then go in and do all the complex wiring. The second mistake that's really common, and I used to do this too, is not planning out your project outline before you start. Imagine trying to build a building without a blueprint. Sure, it can be done, but you're only setting yourself up for chaos down the road. So better to come prepared with a plan. You can do this manually by writing out the project outline, but what I do is even better. I ask AI to generate one for me, and then I can reference it when building my project and even send the outline to the AI code editor for reference. If you're not sure how to do this, no worries. I've left a link in the description with the exact AI template that I built that generates the perfect prompt outline for you to use for yourself. Building off of the last mistake, another really common one that I see is people that just jump into building without first deciding on your tech stack. I know preparation like this feels against the spirit of vibe coding, where you just talk to the AI and get going, but knowing which coding languages and frameworks you're going to be using gives the AI a set of guidelines that's going to dramatically help you with your consistency and coherence of the project. If you want to know the exact tech stack that I use, when building web apps, I use React for the front end and Node.js and Express for the back end. But don't get too caught up or confused by the specifics of this. I simply recommend just going to ChatGPT, telling it about your project, and then asking for a recommended tech stack for your specific use case. When I first started vibe coding, whenever the AI would break something in my project, I used to spend hours trying to get it back into working order, or sometimes the project was even beyond repair and I just had to completely start over. Until I discovered using Git and GitHub, which for anyone new to the coding space, it's basically like being able to create a quick save in a video game and then going back to that save anytime you mess up. Git is the tool that lets you save points on your computer, and GitHub is a cloud-based platform that lets you store or push these save points for future use and collaboration. And for any of you tech guys out there that are like, oh my God, this guy didn't even know what GitHub was? Yeah, but once I figured it out, it was like unlocking a superpower. For anyone wondering how to actually use Git and GitHub, it depends on what platform you're using. Some tools like Bolt handle it automatically, while others like Cursor require some manual setup. If you're not sure, you can always ask the AI of the specific tool that you're using, but here's the basic workflow. Create a repository on github.com, which is just a fancy name for project folder, then connect it to your local project and use Git to save it locally, which you then push to GitHub for cloud storage. And how you actually make these saves using Git is you just run the commands through your terminal, or you can ask your AI code editor to do it for you. Again, if you're confused on the specifics of it, you can have the AI help walk you through the process, or if there's enough demand, I can make a separate video dedicated to it. The key is to just get in the habit of saving your work regularly. That's it for this video. I'd love to hear what kind of things you guys are building with AI. And for more tips and content on business and AI software, feel free to subscribe.